Alright guys, so in this video we're going to take a look at some of the sizing classes, so the width and the height classes, as well as the new border classes. So let's start with the width. Now we have these divs here. We have width 25, 50%, 75, 100%. I'm actually going to add a class of BG Success so that we can see the backgrounds of these. And I'm also going to add a class of P3, which is padding 3. Just to add a little bit of padding so we can see this better. All right, just add that to all four of these, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to this one here a class of W-25, and we're going to save. And you'll see that what that did is it took the content and it made it 25% wide of its container. This second one here, let's do W50. I'm sure you know what's going to happen. We're going to get 50%. This one here we'll do W75, which needs to be within the class. And that one will be 75%. And then we also have W100, which isn't going to change because it's going to be 100% by default. So those are the width classes, pretty simple. Now for the height, what I've done is I've taken a div and I've given it a style of height 300 pixels with a border, just so you can better see it. And then these divs here, let's give them a class of BG primary. All right, and I also want to display them as inline blocks. So remember, we have the display inline block if we want to do that. And then I'm just going to apply this class to all of these divs. All right, so that's what it's going to look like by default. Now, this first one here, we're going to give a class of H-25 and save. And you'll see that it's actually giving it a height of 25%. And you know what? I spelt these wrong. It should be inline. I was wondering why this didn't look right. Alright, there we go. So height 25, and then this one here, let's give it a height of 50. This one will do a height of 75, and this one will do a height of 100, and save. And there we go. So it kind of looks like a graph or an upside down bar chart. So next we have borders. Now I just have a bunch of divs here with some padding, with a margin bottom 2 to separate them, and then BG light just to give it a little bit of background. So what I'm going to do is this first one here, I'm going to give it a class of border and save, and you'll see that it'll give it this light border around it. Now we can also change the color of these by saying border, and then we'll do a border primary and save. That'll make it blue. This one will do border secondary. Okay, so that'll make it kind of a dark border or gray. This one will do success. This one will be info. Warning. Danger. Let's do light. Okay, remember you have to do border first and then do the border dash whatever the color. Dark. And then we also have white. Alright, so if I save this, and you can see we have all the different color borders. Now we can also make these rounded if we want, so let's take the primary one and let's add a class of border dash, I'm sorry, we don't want border, we just want rounded. Save that, and now you can see that this has a rounded corner on all sides. Now let's say we just wanted to round the top, we could do that as well by saying rounded dash top. And now this one, keep putting an R in there, this one here now has rounded edges just on the top. Now you can also do top right, top left, bottom, things like that as well. And then if you wanted to take out a border from one side, you could do that. Let's take the success one, and then let's add on to that border, we'll say border bottom dash 0 and save, and it actually removed the bottom border. So this is pretty cool. You have a bunch of different things you can do. You can obviously do border right 0, border top, and so on. All right, but I don't want to be too tedious and repetitive. So that's it, guys, for this video. In the next one, we're going to take a look at some of the CSS breakpoints and media queries that Bootstrap 4 uses.